Tesla was organized into 5 groups that made up the FP&A. It was actually called FP&A Business Operations Team. So there was corporate FP&A. This is, I think, what most people think of as the traditional FP&A. They maintained the corporate model, took inputs from everyone else, and rolled up the 3 statements. They worked what I would say like more internal to finance, right? They faced into finance people. And then the rest of the org was actually split into 4 areas, more matching the business. So I covered manufacturing supply chain. There was another team that covered engineering. They owned the bill of material, early product design. That team also then started working on Dojo, AI, data computers, all of that fun stuff. Sales, marketing, and service, and then energy. And then energy was a little unique because it more was focused on the revenue side. The engineering and the manufacturing side covered the costs. So it's not traditional in the sense that very little time was spent just like dealing with a spreadsheet, and it was really more partnering with business partners to help them make better decisions, well-informed decisions with finance as a partner. We always like to view ourselves as a partner, and this is still my goal at Mitra. No one should ever feel upset when finance walks in the room or try to hide things. Finance should always be a supporter of their business partners. I always used to joke that I will push on you harder in the background than anyone else, so that when I go and have to make an argument to the CFO why they should allow this spend, I can say, I've already pushed on this, we should approve this. And that's kind of always the good balance to have. Yeah, I think one of the biggest insights that I picked up in my career is, and I kind of touched on this a little bit already, is staying close with the business. I've so many examples of where I didn't play a traditional finance role. I would say probably one of the most bizarre roles that I played at Tesla, and you could ask many people, I did it till I left, that I became the owner of. I owned the company's long-term manufacturing roadmap. That was not finance by any means. It kind of fell into my lap at some point because ultimately when you look at a factory and a manufacturing facility, the longest lead time if you're building a new product often is, where are you going to build it? Do you need to buy a factory? Do you need to build a factory? Get the equipment? And so as part of my job, to do the long-term planning for finance for the manufacturing side, I need to know what we were building when. And I started consolidating all this information, working with many groups, engineering, programs, operations, and building out a roadmap. And I became the maintainer of said roadmap for Tesla. Not traditional finance, but in some ways became, it was very natural, because to do a good job with a financial forecast, ultimately that was the job of the finance team, have a great financial forecast that the company can use to make decisions off of. You need to know what's coming and make sure everyone is working towards the same goal. It's a lesson that I learned, that good decision making helps the financials. So it might not seem like, wow, why is finance doing that? How does that help finance? But for me, having a good roadmap helped me do my job better as finance, and then bringing other people along, making sure everybody was working towards the same roadmap, poking holes in it, questioning it together, made the company do a better job of how we were thinking about long-term planning.